Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, mind up. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Oi, oi, that was mad. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Give it to them. More passion, more energy, more passion, more energy. Oi.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video. Okay.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburre mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito, live with you on a Tuesday.
Hey.
Mi Gente Show, live and direct from San Diego, California, live and alive from the Burrito Lounge in both San Diego and Chula Vista.
You
My beautiful and talented co-host, Sofia Carrillo. How you doing today, Sofia?
doing good. How you doing, Lou?
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month to you. Hey,
We
viva
start-
Mexico.
Viva Mexico, viva Colombia, viva todo Sudamérica,
Viva todo Sudamérica, yes.
Centroamérica, and the whole shebang and bang.
Mhm.
Because we start Hispanic Heritage on the 15th because we're never on schedule but always on time.
We're late to everything.
We are late. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in live and that has always tuned in live to help us out. Thank you. If you stop by, leave a like, leave a comment, share the
Yes.
stream, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. So we're just gonna do me and you stream tonight. We're gonna talk cover a couple of topics that are on the table.
Let's go.
And because we are taking next week off.
We
Because,
are. No fee.
So no FIA week.
I'm so sorry. It's the last vacation of the year. I promise.
You gotta get one. You're like, I wonder if I can get one more vacations. Sophia looking at her vacation days accruing.
No, I had to negotiate this one. They're so mad at me at work. I had to negotiate it.
All right, live and alive on a Tuesday. Sophia, let's jump into personal news before we get into Chisme. And then we're going to be covering the Russell Brand story that broke this week. We're going to do follow-ups on a couple of things that happened. Lauren Boebert got kicked out of Beetlejuice for groping her date.
We'll get to that.
And he was popping out her boobies. It was fun.
Good.
But yeah, what's new with you? How's everything going in Sophia world?
Everything's good. Feeling tired, but honestly, all doing all things that I love. So it's good. Last weekend was specifically just like amazing for me because I went to Barrio Logan, Mujeres Brew House. They did a Latinx. I am the worst at this. Pride.
Latin Pride.
Latina Pride. And it was cool because like I didn't know that event even existed. It just kind of popped up on my radar and Instagram last minute. And my job has me doing TikToks now, where they want me to cover Sophia spots, just like local spots, you know. And my first thought was like, oh, I want to go do Barrio Dog. So I looked at, I saw that event pop up and I was like, oh, it's at Mujeres. Let's go to both. Went there. Long story short, everyone needs to go to Latina Pride every year. It's a yearly event. It's amazing. They do drag shows. And it's like, here's the thing. I go to Pride every year. But however, Pride, as amazing as it is, it's very Caucasian. It's just, there's not a lot of intersectionality there. So I enjoy myself. It's great. It's amazing. However, Latina Pride was where it was at. That was my heart right there. Because, oh my God, they were doing drag to like Gloria Trevi. Like, it was amazing. There was like classes of bachata. Like, it was just vibes beyond belief.
It was happening.
And it was happening, yeah. And it was like, it hit my intersectional Latina / queer, it was just beautiful. It was so good. Yeah, so I got emotional. It was amazing. Sold a lot of great art as well. So go support your artists. And it was so funny because I don't know if you saw it, but I was with Mello and Ken.
Yes.
And so what was funny was I just went there with Kenny. And then as we were driving to Mujeres from Barrio Dog, we see Mello crossing the street. She's about to go to her car. And we were like, Mello, what's up? And she's just like, what the fuck? And she immediately jumps into my car. And then we just like head to Mujeres. And she was like, I was just there. I'm like, oh, well, now you're going back. Cool.
You're going back. Yeah, so shout out Mujeres Brew House. Yes. So we have and shout out David Favela, who owns
Border X,
as well as I believe his wife is the one that runs Mujeres.
Yeah, but Carmen, I met her. She's amazing. We should have her on the show, actually. I would love that.
Yeah. Well, we have an option eventually because I said we were probably going to wait till we got to like our 100th episode or our 69th episode, a nice round number. But we can have a live event at Mujeres or at Border X. Which one do you think you like? You got to choose one of the two right now. Where would we have a live?
Oh, they're both such good venues. I don't know. Oh, I like Mujeres, obviously, because Yeah, I like. I'm a little biased, but
a little biased. Maybe we can do like we do now, where we stream from different locations. I could be at Border X, you could be at Mujeres. No, that would be wrong.
Locked away. We could do both. Why not?
We could split our audience. All right. Well, anyway, that was awesome. So yeah,
Always
I was a little
pleasure
under the
picking
weather.
you.
My plan was to go, but I've been running around ragged for the last several weeks,
Yeah.
working 3 jobs, and we're opening up the tattoo shop, which is going well.
Yes.
We are soft opening this coming weekend.
Mhm.
So if you want to come get some tattoos, make sure you guys are following SoCal Tattoo Main Street is the Instagram. SoCal Tattoos will pop up on Facebook as well. Or you can go to socal-tattoo.com and the website, and you can check us out, or hit me up for any information. We're still looking for artists. We're gonna have a wall dedicated to local artists from the neighborhood there, because it's located right where 3 neighborhoods meet, because it's right where National City ends and right where Shelltown and Barrio Logan meet. So it's like at the edge of Shelltown and Barrio Logan. It's kind of a spot. So we are going to be featuring some local artists from those neighborhoods, where they'll have some of their artwork and flash art up as well. As well as traditional SoCal. And the whole goal is to sort of have like a SoCal vibe, which is a mix of like Chicano culture, Southern California, like white boy culture, Filipino, Black. It's kind of Southern California culture is kind of like its own little vibe.
Melting pot, yeah.
It's a melting pot. So it's a cool little vibe. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to curate. I'm in charge of all the artwork and a bunch of stuff. So
That's awesome.
yes. Yes. So we're doing that. Hey, Bonzo, thanks for stopping by with your weekly flirtation with our Sophia.
I love you.
So yeah, socal-tattoo.com or at SoCal Tattoo Main Street to follow us, and come get some art, man. I'm gonna be tattooing myself pretty soon, because I need to start practicing. So I can
up.
yeah.
Oh
my
my
brother's
God.
always wanted me to tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm an artist, but I'm an abstract artist, but I can do straight lines and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw my hand in the ring.
We're gonna film that. We have to film that.
Yeah, and when you get back from vacation, we're gonna do a segment where Sophia's gonna get a tattoo at the shop as well. So
I'm down. Yes, I need a couple. So you
yes,
need that me hint the discount.
So that's so that's what's happening in locals and
local news.
Later on, we're going to do our segment that we've been saying we're going to do forever, which is San Diego Minute. So we are going to start doing that more weekly, where we try to focus, as well as national stories, as they'll do a little segment on something happening local. And Mujeres Brewhouse is a great example of the type of stuff we're going to promote. So it's excellent. All right. So what should we jump into first?
Oh man. Oh my gosh. We're jumping into it already. I don't know. Hit me with whatever. Let's go.
Hit me with your best shot. What is the song that you got tired of in karaoke that you never want to hear again from being a host?
Oh, here's the thing though. I would get super tired of them, but then the next time they would come around, I'd be like, all right,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
It would be if it happened in the same night I wanted to kill myself, and that would be like.
Sometimes I tell people.
I was gonna say.
I tell people somebody sang that earlier, and they're like, "So," and I'm like,
"Yeah."
Right.
You're like, okay.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah. I heard one night. I heard Mr. Brightside like 3 times, and it's good, but
it's good. It's good. It's
not on the 3rd time.
I do something that I stole from Jason when somebody does Mr. Brightside, which is like the last chorus where it says "I never." I would grab the other microphone. I would stand in the crowd and I would ask them questions right before that. I'd be like, "Hey, have you ever like dined and dash?" And they'd be like, "I never."
I never. I love that.
And I'm like, "Have you ever broken anybody's heart?" They're like, "I never."
Do you want to hear the song again?
I gotta add that one. I always tell them, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck with you on the last chorus," and they're like, "What?" And they don't know, and then I just do that. It's fun.
I love that.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know. I think I'm kind of tired of Before He Cheats.
I mean, yeah, but again, with the first time it hits every night.
Yeah. No,
it's if you hear it twice in a night that you're like, stop it.
Listen, and some people can crush it. Some people crush it, and I love them. And then you're like, some people like, yeah, do it. You do it good, but sometimes it's just like, all right, I get it.
You know which one I don't get tired of, and I don't know why, because I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but Love Story.
Love Story.
Do you get that? Love Story? No. Blank Space is meh. But Love Story, because that chorus, that build up, oh, it gets the crowd going. I don't know why.
Gets the people
Gets
going.
the people going. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely, positively. All right, let's
all your little remarks all together in one. Yeah, no, absolutely, positively, totally. Yep.
No, you know what it is sometimes
Indubitably.
people will sing a song that I've never heard, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice song. I like that,
Mhm.
you know. So it's cool. It's a learning experience, especially country, because I don't know much about country.
But sometimes you sing a song that you never heard, and you're like, I never want to hear that again.
You never heard that? Yeah, that's weird. That's a thing. And then my favorite is when it's like my favorite is when it's like because it's IB, so it's kind of like a mixed thing. My favorite is when it's like a real like cholo or gangster looking dude, and they'll sing like This Handsome Man, or like some 80s pop song or something like that. Or when it's like a black guy and they'll do like a country song. I like it when it's like a juxtaposition, like because I'm like a big Latino guy, and I'll do like an 80s song or something that doesn't fit my look. I love that. I love gender bending and mixed genres and stuff like that.
Same.
All right. Let's just knock out some tabs until we get tired and then go home. All right, let's do Chisme. All right. So the first thing I had up here was an ongoing story regarding the WGA and writers strike. Are you familiar? So basically, Bill Maher decided that he's going to bring his show back. Excuse me. Yeah. Hey, what's up, extra? You all right? Bill, he's like, fuck Bill Maher.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't like Bill Maher, Baxter? Okay. So Bill Maher, and then Drew Barrymore, who is the empath talk show host. Yeah. Because she launched her talk show during the pandemic or what have you, and she was like, oh, I'm so empathic, and I'm gonna sit here and cry with you and laugh in the rain and stuff like that. Yeah. So she decided that she was going to bring her show back as well, and she got shit on for that. She doubled down. This was the video that she posted after she was told that she was renewing the Drew Barrymore show. Well, so basically, a lot of the talk show hosts basically are just paying their writers during the strike, like the British guy. From HBO, what's his name? That does this week, John Oliver. John Oliver. He's doing stand-up shows to pay his writers. There's the
podcast too.
The Strike Force 5 podcast. It's like Jimmy Kimmel and a bunch of other buddies are doing a podcast to help pay for the writers. Seth Meyers, I think, is just paying them out of pocket and stuff like that. So, and there's a lot of people that are helping out writers, actors, and stuff like that. The strike fund. So this is Drew Barrymore doubling down on her decision.
I believe there's nothing I can do or say in this moment to make it okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to own a decision so that it wasn't a PR protected situation. And I would just take full responsibility for my actions. I know there's just nothing I can do that will make this okay. For those it is not okay with. I fully accept that. I fully understand that. There are so many reasons why this is so complex.
Yeah, you're
and I just want everyone to know my intentions have never been in a place to upset or hurt anyone.
But
not who I am.
I'm waiting for the reason.
I've been through so many ups and downs in my life.
Her reasoning is basically like,
I didn't mean to hurt anyone, right?
I deeply apologize to writers. I deeply apologize to
she's apologizing, but she said she was still
apologize.
Long pause.
Dead air.
Dramatic
I
pause.
don't exactly know what to say because
basically, what her thought process, I believe, is that since the show started during the pandemic and she feels like she's the empath talk show host, that she has the right to continue the show because it's about love and understanding, and she wants to help out and all this and that. Meanwhile, she's still scabbing, right? So her doubling down was, I don't want a PR firm. I don't want to do nothing, but I'm still going to do it. So she got roasted. Now the thing about Drew Barrymore is her father was also a strike buster because he was during the early age of Hollywood. He was also like somebody that was, there was this point in old Hollywood where they were trying to lower salaries for artists and stuff like that, and he was for it, and a lot of other things. So basically, the end result was that she decided to turn back her decision, and she said she's going to wait till after the strike. So let me see.
This is Dina. Drew.
This was a video somebody was making fun of her. I'm going to play that.
Drew Barrymore PR. This is Dina. Drew. Hi. You're tired. No, I totally get that. Totally get that. Tough week for you, right? Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. It must be exhausting to throw an entire labor movement under the bus. Yeah. Not everyone could have done that, right? Because of solidarity, but you did. You did, and no one will ever take that away from you, Drew. Yeah, I saw the video. A couple of times before you deleted it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have to. Sorry, the apology. Sure. Yeah, no, I forgot. We were calling it that. I have some notes. Yeah. What I would love to heads up is note number 1, because then it never would have gotten posted, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. So that's one. But no, I guess you didn't want to be behind a PR machine, you said? Right. Well, maybe you should be, is note number 2, right? Because your conclusion that somehow new episodes of your daytime talk show in which you sit uncomfortably close to your guests is somehow more important than the success of a labor union's fight for fair wages did not go over super well, Drew. Shockingly.
Throwing hits. I mean, that's yeah. And so she ended up backing out. Why would she post that apology video is my thing.
Yeah. So the Jennifer Hudson show also pushed back return amid writer strikes. There's 3 or 4 shows that said they were going to come back, and then Drew Barrymore did that video, and then everybody just started creating like backups. And let's see what this one is.
For not understanding how apologies work. And I have a PR team behind this, and I'm filming in the most basic part of my 16-bedroom mansion, and I'm not wearing makeup, and my chef hasn't even made me my morning cappuccino yet. And I just my intentions were never to hurt anyone, and I just feel like my intentions matter more than your feeling.
Not gonna lie though. Okay, on the scale of Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and Colleen Ballinger apologies, where does this one fall?
Listen, it is the year of the horrible apology.
It really is.
It is the year of
Santana. Just
because it used to be like peak apology time was like a few years ago when like all these like YouTube streamers would like say the N-word, and then they would always be like, this is not who I am as a person, and then they would fake cry, and then they would go away, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and because they were doing like Call of Duty rage and like, you know, screaming and stuff like that. And that was like, you know, like standard apology. And then these last few years, the celebrities just taking upon themselves to just outdo each other. I think the ukulele choo-choo train of misunderstanding or whatever it was.
Toxic gossip train.
Yeah, the toxic choo-choo train of horrible apologizing is kind of be like the top dog, right? That's like the new
undefeated.
That's the new meta. I put this Drew apology and the but then the Ashton Kutcher and Mila is so like
scripted, no emotion, just like we take full account.
Yeah, no, and they just like they would like say their line and they would look at each other like
yeah.
We love victims.
Yeah. We've always stood for victims.
We've always stood for victims.
Yeah. I think this one is a little better than that. It shows emotion. It's very acted, obviously, and the the pause. It was
Right.
interesting choice. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a solid 3 out of 10.
Yeah, because this is like you can tell she's in a nice. I mean, she's got a TV just hanging out there. What is this? This is like her coat room or something. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's like in a bathroom. I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know.
So this is her eventual apology to the apology was I have listened to everyone and I'm making the decision to pause the show premiere until the strike is over. I have no words to express my deepest apologies to anyone I ever heard. And of course, our incredible team who works on the show has made it what it is today. We really try to find our way forward into a resolution for entire industry very soon.
Okay, good.
Well, you know what the thing is that just to finish up on sort of the strike situation, the studios and AMTPT, whatever the fuck they have a PR firm and they're sort of this is part of the plan because if they can get talk shows to start coming back, no monologues, but it's really hard to say that you have a talk show with no writing because there's no bits, it's
Exactly.
just like technically we do a show with no writing, but even then, like I think about bits that I want to do during the week and you think about questions for our guests and stuff like that. Today's show is really, we could say it's uncritical, we're just reacting to stuff that we have saved.
Yeah.
But for a talk show, typically you have to have some writers. Conan O'Brien during the last writer's strike, I believe it was 2007, came back with no writers to show how bad his show was with no writers. Right. And they would be doing bits like, all right, I'm going to spin this on. He would spin his wedding ring and see like how long he could keep it spinning for on the table. And it was just a bunch of
That's a good bit.
Yeah, like he made it into a bit, which is like, look how shitty our show is without writers.
Mm-hmm.
But this is giving like desperation, like
yeah. My thing is, what was her reasoning? Because I know that there's some films like Anne Hathaway, right? Or like there's a couple of films that are being allowed to be filmed. What is the reasoning for that? And how could she not come up with a better excuse?
Well, she's got $100 million, so she could pay her writers if she wanted.
Exactly.
She could pay her writers, and it wouldn't be 1% of her net worth for the next year, and it would be nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it's basically for her is she's a nepo baby. She was a child star. She's always been loved, whether it was as a child actor, then she had problems, then she reimagined herself as like a rom-com star in like the Adam Sandler movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was able to do whatever she wanted. She wanted to do a talk show. She got to do a talk show, and she sort of reinvented herself as like the empath celebrity interviewer, stuff like that. And I think literally what that guy was saying, my feelings and my desire to do stuff is more important than this entire strike.
Yeah,
that's
it shows her true colors in the nepo baby debate, because I feel like, at least in my head, again, disappointment corner. I don't know, like these celebrities just keep disappointing us this year. Add her to the list, but I really did think that she was more of an empath and, I don't know, somehow healed and better. I did hear her on the Chelsea Handler podcast and I was like, wow, what a human. Like, she seems so cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of like, man, are you really
Look,
gonna
she
tell me
eventually
that
did
you've
the
been
right thing.
spoiled? She did eventually do the right thing, unlike Bill Maher, which speaks volumes. But I mean, it's just a little taint on her image, on her overall image. Not as bad as Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Not as bad. The apology was
Not as bad. The apology was
thing.
bad, yeah.
But she sort of got over it.
Eventually got back on path. So we don't hate her. We just bad choices. Little ignorance here and there, sprinkled ignorance, but she eventually did the right thing. So
50 first dates and all that good stuff, she did. She was good. She was good.
she's good. She's overall, she's all right.
She's all right. I mean, look,
she's not Bill Maher. She's not like an hour. She's not Nico,
Yeah, Bill Maher is still moving forward, and that's because he's just turned into a giant gaping asshole.
Yeah, and he flaunts it willingly. So. And
he's a center right masking as a liberal, and he's just a shithead. So
masking as a liberal, he's a total like full right person now.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he started off masking as a liberal, like this and that, or he thinks he's a liberal.
I think because he was a liberal before. I think he started off. If you look at like his career, like path or whatever. He did start as like an actual liberal atheist, like very progressive, and then somewhere he went the grifter route. It was very Dave Rubin of him, where like I don't know where it changed, but I used to actually be a huge Bill Maher fan. He used to I used to listen to like not podcasts, but like YouTube videos of him and stuff like that. I watch his what he had a documentary about atheism and religionists. Actually, really good. So if you watch his rhetoric back in like 2010, 2009, very different loop than like where he's at right now. So I think at some point he bit the bullet and he said, hey, I'm going to be a right-wing grifter now because it's making money. Either that or the boomer, I don't know, caught up to him and he believes it. Who knows? But he used to really be a stand-up guy politically.
Yeah, I mean the old whatchamacallit, Politically Incorrect, when that show launched in the 90s. That was pretty good. I mean, it had some moments, but yeah. And also he stole his bit from he stole his new rules bit from a comedian called from Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks did this bit in his comedy special where he said he would say something like new rules, and then he stole that for his little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he became a little grifting asshole.
Yeah, little grifter. Anyway,
little grifter. All right, moving right along. Let's see what we got here. All right, so for Independence Day, I guess the Mexican government was showing the dead bodies of aliens.
What? Oh my God, that's what it is. Yo, how did I miss this one?
This was in the audio. This was on 12th of September. The Audiencia Pública Cámara de Diputados. They were showing what they believe was alien bodies.
Whoa.
So,
is that for real?
I mean, they
where did they find ET?
This is like ET. These are just things that they found in Mexico, and they buried them. So
interesting.
Aliens are real. Mexican government confirms. All right.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Follow up on this one.
Let's get over to Lauren Boebert. So Lauren Boebert was tossed out of a musical out of the Beetlejuice, the musical. Her and her date were thrown out for vaping inside. Right? In her honor, take a vape.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look, apparently she's gotten those things enhanced or something. Because she was popping them out. And
she on a date and shit. Okay.
Yeah, she on a date. She had them tatuacas out, and she pulled a "Do you know who I am" card. But some other video surfaced during the search here, and basically like she was let me see if we can find like the spot. She was vaping in the show, yelling, screaming, where everybody else seems to be just kind of behaving. And then he was like reaching in her fucking titty. He was like getting in there.
This is so uncomfortable.
She was, and then look, the pregnant lady behind me is like, "Can you stop vaping?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then she's like vibing, and she's looking at, she's grabbing his, like she's all up on his leg, and look where she has her hand
at. No!
She's down there. She's crotch whacking.
Oh my God, this is disturbing behavior, people. Listen, this is like 21-year-old behavior. Like, oh my God, I went to watch the first time I went to watch Barbie. There were people vaping, kids vaping next to, and I was just like, and those were the far away seats. I can't even imagine. Like, you're pregnant, you're on the right behind her. I would have punched her. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's a big full theater. I mean, and I guess theaters have the cameras, the infrareds now, so that they can get like react. Look, she's taking selfies.
And she's taking pictures.
She's taking pictures. She's vibing. She's
the lady behind her is having the worst time ever.
She's like, but I want to see if they have the pictures of him reaching in her shirt, because he was like looking in there for snacks or something.
Oh my God.
This
popcorn,
is again,
sweetie.
The popcorn. She's like, bitch, can you stop vaping? This is where she's like all over him, rubbing his leg. Hold on, I wonder if they have the shot here of him reaching in there. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh shit, you're going for it, huh?" She's like, "Yeah, let's do this." They're basically acting like teenagers, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta find the shot of her searching the movie. But what are your initial thoughts on this?
My thoughts are they seem like they are just this is an instance of just like really annoying behavior that's like teenage behavior, and it's fucking annoying. It happens. You're drunk, you make bad choices. So I actually would have forgiven it if she wasn't the fucking like moral whatever person of like family values and like because isn't she like divorced or something? And then
Yeah, she's divorced from a guy that exposed himself to her. Her husband exposed himself to her and a bunch of other things when she was underage.
Yeah. So my thing is like if you're the beacon of like traditional values and sex until marriage and purity culture and abortion is wrong and all of this shit, you can't go, I'm sorry, but you can't go out with your titties out, vaping in front of pregnant women, acting a fool and being crazy drunk and just being like a teenager. Like you just can't. You can't have it both ways. That's the only thing that fucking pisses me off. Other than that, I would just say she's just an asshole, needs to fucking chill and apologize. But it's Lauren Boebert and she's just it's just another instance of right-wing grifting where they don't actually believe or live by anything that they spew. They don't. She's just like, do you know who I am? She thinks she's above the law. She doesn't give a fuck about anybody. She's over there having fun. Good for you, girl. Like you should go out, have fun. But
he's getting.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
He's getting in there.
Now, if we're gonna take all of that aside, this is just wrong behavior, and you guys, I feel like I should do a PSA of like, don't be a dick in public because this is just inappropriate and disturbing. Like, my friend was on a flight with two people that were like, again, like in coach, so everyone's fucking touching shoulders, and they were like straight up like doing shit to each other, and I was like, that's disturbing, bro. Like, go to the bathroom. I don't know. Like, it's just. Don't do it. Don't do it. Wait until you're home. Like, be adults about it. So, yeah.
All right. So the punchline of this is the guy she was on a date with is a Democrat who owned a bar that had drag events and gay nights.
Shut up. That is wow.
The self-described eccentric return to watch blah blah blah. She said, I learned to check party affiliations before you're going to date. Basically referring to Gallagher, who co-owns an Aspen bar that hosts drag shows.
That's even worse to her agenda. What?
So she was the guy's a Democrat. He owns a bar that hosts drag shows, and he was letting her get all up on her. He owns the Gallagher's Hooch Craft Cocktail Bar.
Oh, we have to go. We have to go.
Winter Wonderland Burlesque, and they hosted something called the Winter Wonderland Burlesque and Drag Show.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And now they're dating? This is great. This is a win for him and a total L for her.
Well, she broke up with him. She dumped him. She said there's no more dates scheduled in the future. So she basically had to fall in line and dump him.
I mean, yeah, like unfortunately, yes. If you're going to be living by a certain, set of morals and values, fucking live up to it. Jesus.
Yeah. All right, here's
just had Kevin McCarthy.
Here was her response when talked about, what was her thing.
Ew.
Just had Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, announce an impeachment inquiry yesterday. We're facing a government shutdown and trying to fund the federal government. We have a southern border. We have Zelensky threatening to send refugees.
And you jerked someone off in the fucking theater, bitch.
Lauren Boebert getting kicked out of the movie theater in Denver, Colorado.
That's what the media does. That's what the media does. So what went down?
I was a little too eccentric. I'm very known for having a animated personality, maybe overtly animated personality. I was laughing, I was singing, having a fantastic time. Was told to kind of settle it down a little bit, which I did. But then my next slip up was taking a picture of
Can't take any images of the play. I've done it too. I've snuck them. Right. So you got thrown out, just took a pic, you weren't supposed to. But you know what? Here's my whole thing.
There was no arguing. There's reports saying that I was arguing, threatening to call the Denver mayor. I don't know why I would ever call the Denver mayor. I think he would have tried to lock me up.
Yeah.
The report saying I was on the board of something. I don't know what I'm on the board of. I'm on the edge of a lot of things, let me tell you.
You're in Denver, Lauren. It's very liberal. The people that complain to the ushers that you're being noisy could have recognized you and been like, oh, that's that MAGA girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's crazy is OAN went in.
Yeah.
What? OAN eating their own? That's crazy.
Look, meanwhile, for this guy, he's a Democrat. He owns a bar. He gets a date with her. She got them things out. Listen, he probably went home smashed. So good for him. Plus, you don't have to be with that vomitous person anymore. So I think
Listen,
good job for Mr. Gallagher.
Anything to smear somebody who's like a right-wing propagandist, and yeah, totally. So
yeah.
But man, that's just, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this one?
I'm wondering if I'm trying to figure out if I would have smashed or passed. I'm not Lauren.
That was gonna be my question, because we do have this like moral debate always where it's like, would you?
I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I don't think I could. She's just a little too vomitous for me.
Yeah. For me, that kind of behavior, like that theater was packed. It's not like you can be like, it was an empty movie theater and we were in the corner and you know? It's like, bro, you're vaping in front of a pregnant lady, jerking him off. Like,
would you go down on the end of theater? You know?
Yeah. Alanis Morissette did that. Yeah, for sure.
She was definitely Alanis Morissette. She was Morissetting the fuck out of him.
The best of them.
So yeah, so that was that. All right, let's move on to Russell Brand. Although I think we should cover this in more depth later on, but basically the initial thing is 3 women have come forward. There was an interview in the New York. They haven't revealed who they are because they say they're afraid of him physically, but they are a woman that Brand raped her, while 3 others accused them of sexual assault. 1 woman also accused Brand of physical and emotional abuse. The accusers who have not been named include one who said she was sexually assaulted during a relationship with Brand when she was 16 and still in school, and he would send his BBC driver to pick up his girlfriend at school. So what are the allegations? 4 women have alleged that Russell Brand assaulted them at the height of his fame between 2006 2013. This is while he was a presenter for BBC Radio 2 and Channel 4, and then an actor. The woman spoke to journalists from Sunday Times at Times. Basically, what happened? So basically, he's being accused of rape. He's being accused of, I guess, age of consent in the UK is 16.
Yeah.
Which that's neither here nor there, right? And then basically he's been pretty. I mean, Katy Perry came out and said sort of like she sort of knew he was like a bad person before. There's been some other people that have come out and said, yeah, I've always known this. My question is, why are these things only coming out? It's 2006 to 2013. Why are these coming out 10 years afterwards? Why are these people that say, oh, I always knew he was an asshole? Katy Perry, who said she saw that things about him that she didn't like when they were married. Why is it that, and then here's where the conspiracy theories kick in, because Elon Musk immediately jumped to his defense.
Our favorite.
Right wing Twitter immediately jumped to his defense, saying age of consent and he did nothing wrong, and this is just because he's become more outspoken against the vaccine, and he's become more outspoken against like all this shit happening. Why is it? Why can you? I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, what is it? What is it that feels weird about this?
So I don't know. My first thing is I don't like either side to jump to conclusions too fast. Even the Believe All Women side, I'm like, of course, with a grain of salt, like don't immediately start trashing him, you know. And then so I don't like the inverse of that, which is the right wing immediately defending him, because I'm like, You don't know that he did those things yet, first of all. And second of all, you're still saying that you're defending him on every, like, it seems almost like both sides are kind of taking their stance without it going to a court of law yet. So everyone needs to chill out before they do all that. And I don't
Right.
like the divide that it immediately causes, because let's say he did do it, or let's say he didn't do it, whatever. Like, I don't know. It immediately makes it, politicizes it, and makes it divisive. When we're talking about sexual assault, we're not necessarily talking about like, it doesn't have to be tied to the vaccine. It doesn't have to be tied to, like, all this right wing rhetoric of like, oh, the fucking feminism and all that stuff. Like, so I don't like that. I think that there's an argument that could be made that, like, people wait, even people that are just like silenced about, like, bad behavior, like, oh, I knew he was a dick or whatever, until someone else comes forward, because it's easier. I have a lot of shit on people that I'm like, I don't feel the need to publicize it.
Right.
But I'm like, but if a lot of people agree with me, then I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, I had this experience. Oh yeah, I knew that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you think that's
so-
a completely okay? So
Yeah.
my question is, do these women, because we're in the
Mhm.
we're in the Me Too area, right? Or I don't know if we're post.
I feel like
Me
we're
Too or-
post it now. Yeah.
Right. But do you feel that that women owe it to other women, or men owe it to other women, or we owe it to each other as a society, that once we know these things about people, that we expose it right away and not wait to sort of put it out there for people? Because I know there's like groups and chats and websites where women go to spill tea, or they're like Tinder stories where they're like, stay away from this guy, stuff like that. But do you think that that's something that more people should involve with, or are you okay with the
Wait
with that?
until years later?
Mhm.
I think we're getting, I don't know, hopefully we're building a society where, like, it's more acceptable to speak up sooner. I know that in those years that he's being an alleged abuser, it wasn't acceptable to speak up on men. It was boys will be boys and all of that kind of rhetoric. It was not okay. So I would hope that now in this society, people feel more empowered to speak up right away, so that we don't have to deal with it, with the whole, like, it happened, 20 years ago or something like that. Now, getting a little bit on the gray side, I don't like that allegations can ruin someone's image immediately, no questions asked. I don't like that, which is why I don't think anyone should jump to conclusions. So that's why I don't like the boys on the side, Andrew Tate being like, yeah, like, no, dude, you guys aren't boys, you guys aren't friends, you don't even overlap on a lot of things. And unfortunately, I feel like it radicalizes almost the person being accused, because Russell Brand, as of now, he's not a super right wingist. He did go from like super lefty to like conspiracy theorists.
Right.
But as far as I know, he's not yet in the right wing grifter side. But little things like this, when people jump to conclusions, and then you see that there's a side of people willing to like accept you, kind of like the Dave Chappelle, the Joe Rogan situation, where like you just all of a sudden see these men fucking like joining together.
Right.
It breeds more extremism. So that's why I'm just kind of like, let's all get away from that, live with the allegations, and get to the conclusion without needing to be like immediately defensive or immediately offensive. I don't know if
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. It's a gray area thing, obviously. Like, we want to believe women, and we want to, sort of take everything, but at the same time take things with a grain of salt. There's obviously people that lie. There's obviously women that lie, but we do want to, at least so that people who have gone through real things feel comfortable coming out and exposing it. We're not going to get to the point where people are comfortable exposing those things unless we are supportive of people when they come out. Now, will that mean that certain people are going to be accused that didn't do things? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, we're sort of erring and doing a correction on the side of believing women, believing people when they come and tell us these stories, because historically and systematically, they haven't been believed. And especially in the UK, and other areas, it's really hard. Like, UK is one of the worst places to report a rape, as we learned from the Andrew Tate stuff, where they had tapes and stuff, and they were like, well, yeah.
Literally, they had tapes and they suppressed it. Like, what?
They suppressed. Yeah, so that's definitely something that we have to sort of be empathic of. Let's get Drew Barrymore on the phone.
Exactly. We need empathy. Call Drew Barrymore.
We need an empath person to deal with this. Let's get Drew out of here to deal with more sympathy, more passion.
More passion, more sympathy, more empathy.
More empathy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Elon Musk immediately, I support Russell Brand. That man is not evil. And if you look at the original tweet, it's like nothing but, yeah, this is all wonder what happened. He started talking about this, and then they immediately blah, 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 blah. And I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see where this goes. I feel like we should continuously cover this as it progresses.
Yeah, we'll check in on this. Basically, the Katy Perry stuff was she hinted at Russell Brand's secret years before sexual abuses in a 2013 interview with Bro. The fireworks, as they always do that, the fireworks singer spoke about her controlling Nick's husband and their hurtful marriage. Perry told the outlet she was in love with Brand, but he broke up with her in 2011. She admitted that she initially blamed herself for the split until she found out the real truth about the comedian, that he's kind of controlling and stuff like that. And in Russell's defense, what he said was that he denied his allegations. Brand called the reports a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, and he said they pertained to a period of his career when he was working in the mainstream, a period in which openly acknowledged very, very promiscuous. During that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about them, almost too transparent. So he was in his late 30s, early 40s, and this is something that right? He's 48, 50 now, I think.
Oh, okay. So
I think he was when he was married to
Katy Perry.
Perry, 38, told the outlet she was in love with Brand, 48 when she married him in 2010. So he was 38 then.
Yeah, she's probably
38, 36, and then before that he was in his, I guess, late 20s, early 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was in his 30s, let's say, and he was allegedly in relationships where he had his drivers pick up his 16-year-old girlfriends from school.
Yeah. Yep. And it's unfortunate because, again, the culture was very different, and it's also in England, which is a legal consent age. And he was older, and you could see these things happening, but it's all alleged, so we don't know.
Yes, the thing that we've learned so far is that even if it's it's not okay, even if it's the law anymore. It's
yeah.
You can't hide behind, oh, she's 18.
Yeah.
There's rules for a reason. You can't hide behind that anymore.
Yeah, and then also, he's been really transparent about his drug use and road to recovery and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah. So moving right along.
Chugga choo choo.
Chugga choo choo. We'll get on. Actually, we'll say this for
next
time.
Do we have any Emma's ways?
I will check for that momentarily. I'm just moving some stuff to our next. Hassan Minhaj admits to fabricating stand-up stories of racial discrimination. We'll save that one.
Oh no!
You know who Hassan Minhaj is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't love him. No. I mean, whatever. Casually, but then he got cringe, right? I think society agreed that eventually he was cringe. So.
Well, he said what happened was basically he admitted to it. Basically, I'm gonna save this, but he basically embellished his stories. So I'll just give you one of them. Is that he told a story about white powder being sent to his house and taking his daughter to and then part of that was that white powder around in his house, his daughter was exposed to and having to take her to the hospital, and he says he never had to take her to the hospital. So it's basically starting a joke with a little kernel of truth and then basically just embellishing the story, which I mean
stand-up comedians do.
Stand-up comedians do this all the time. Let's not worry about it, but it is also kind of a weird little thing, right?
Yeah.
Just following up on a story that we did last week about that cop that was laughing about a woman who had gotten killed. Basically, he defends himself saying that he was talking to somebody on the phone And what he was doing was not making fun of her. He was basically saying what the defense attorney would say. So he wasn't really saying, "Oh, she's limited value." He was saying it's all a load of bullshit.
Yeah, what the fuck? That is a stretch. Again,
he was cocking. Yeah.
It's like the Santana thing. It's hard to walk back when there's video. There's video evidence, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's not
Utterer claimed he was responding to comments made by Solon that were not picked up by the cameras, and he would question what crazy arguments lawyers could spin the tragedy into surrounding the value of human life. I responded with something like, "She's 26-year-old. What value is there? Who cares?" I intended the comment as a mockery of lawyers. I was imitating what a lawyer asked with negotiating case would be saying sarcastically to express that they shouldn't be coming up with the crazy arguments to minimize the payment.
Well, so then come up with the video for that. If you're saying it was clipped wrong or out of context, the video is consecutive of the whole day.
Right, but
night,
he was talking to somebody on the phone, so he basically says that the video didn't capture what the other side of the conversation was.
Right, but regardless, like when you're making a joke or something, I don't know, like you have to vocalize it on both ends, right? It's not like the other person was narrating his thoughts and then he made the joke.
Right, we couldn't hear what's happening on the other. I guess is what he's trying to say is that he was responding. Either way, it's not a good look for him. So
no, it's his best defense, but still,
it's disturbing. Yeah, I mean, co-parter.
Also, you know what I worry about? I worry about the police officer that released the video. How is he doing? Is he okay? Because it was a police officer that released it, and it was
an internal. It was like a thing where they were just reviewing the videos, the dashboard cams, and somebody saw it and brought it up. So I think it was an internal thing. All right.
That's still scary for whoever released it, but
they need a little bit more passion and more. So I gotta stop saying
more energy and more passion.
All right. I need 10 seconds here because I need to pee. I'm peeing myself here.
Alrighty. Again, wait, so many liquids.
I know I've been drinking liquids. All right. So we're gonna I'll be back in 30 seconds, all right?
All right. Let's see if it's true. Oh, nope, he's not back. I knew he wouldn't be. Oh, snap! You peed in actually 30 seconds. That's insane. What? I was already like, how am I going to riff? Let's see. I can show you my TikTok.
Do you want to send me your TikTok so I can watch it?
Sure, yeah.
Send it to me. I'll watch it. All right. Oh, actually, I could have played this while we were waiting here. This is something that was late. This is today in late stage capitalism. Property developer and CEO Tim Gurner said this during a property summit.
This guy sucks.
This is today's late stage capitalism moment.
We have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50%, in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. So it's a dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global, the world is trying to do. The government in the world are trying to increase employment to get that to some sort of normality. And we're seeing it. I think every employer now is seeing it. I mean, there is definitely massive layoffs going off. People might not be talking about it, but people are definitely laying people off, and we're starting to see less arrogance in the employment market, and that has to continue because that will cascade across the cost balance.
All right, we need to remember who's lucky to have who.
Oh, exactly. That's so insane that he literally said that out loud. Like he said that out loud. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, they're saying the quiet part out loud.
It's because they've gotten to such a level of greed that like now they're like, well, anything we say, anything we do, we can't go wrong. We're multi-billionaires. Like, you know what I mean? Like these people are scraping the bottom and they're lucky that they are employed. They're lucky to be having these, breadcrumbs. It's insane.
Yeah, and they want to achieve that by hurting people.
Mm-hmm. They literally they do nothing at the top. They do nothing and they make all of their money off the backs of these freaking slave wage workers. And what the fuck? Like, the arrogance. And it sucks because like there's such a level of powerlessness that you feel at the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, hate this man. Also, he's the one that came up with avocado toast, which like,
oh, that was the avocado.
He's the one that brought that up. He's like, oh yeah, not spending all their money on avocado toast. But yeah. Fucking asshole. God, I hate him. I hate this time in the world and
yeah.
Yeah. I also am super jaded on this topic because I recently watched a movie called The Platform. Have you seen it? It's on Netflix.
Is that the one with the thing that goes up and down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you've seen it?
Yeah, I saw that several years ago. Yeah.
The food that like fucking it's a vertical jail and basically there's a platform with food and the people at the top get to eat everything and then by the time it gets to the bottom there's like nothing and so people start eating each other and all this shit and it's just literally like a metaphor for capitalism.
Did they remake it in English? Because I watched I think it was like European.
It was like Spain
subtitles, right?
Yeah.
Subtitles,
yeah. But I'm like extra jaded. I watched it last week and I was like, man. Because the movie,
if you just take your share, eat, then everybody, no matter what level, you're still gonna get something.
You're still gonna get something. And the thing is, like, me and my friend, we were analyzing the shit out of it. And like, the thing is, like, you want a happy ending, you want resolution, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but at the end, the solution that they come up with, which is the best thing they got, they literally give up their lives for. Like, they fight to get the solution to occur. And it's still, in my opinion, not enough to cause change. And it's like, I hate capitalism. It's so bad.
Yeah. Absolutely. Fuck that stage capitalism. I mean, we're going through it, so
we're getting through it. But here's the thing: where are we in the level? We're probably like on level 40 something. We're definitely above 50. We have food. We have employment. We have enough money. So like, we're not on level 250.
No.
We're
in the middle.
We're right in the middle. So it's like we hurt and oh man, it's just so good. We need to talk about it more. We need to talk about it more because it's the people in the middle that can make the change. Because the people at the top are too greedy and too happy with themselves. The people at the bottom are too powerless to do anything. And then the people in the middle are like, anyway, it's a great movie. You guys need to watch it.
In my life, I've been lower middle class, middle class, upper middle class, and upper lower class. So I've been all over the place in my life. So
it's always been in that little sandwich.
It's always been in that. It's been in that sandwich.
Yeah. So if we were at the top, maybe we'd be like greedy bastards as well, and be like, "Fuck you." We like to think that we wouldn't be, and maybe we wouldn't be. Maybe we would be really generous. But then the people at the bottom are like people like fucking sweatshops in China working for Shein and shit.
I think if you grow up without money, then money just makes you more of who you are. I think it's if you grow up completely poor or really, really rich, where the extremes would come in.
Oh yeah, I think so too. And I think there's a level of greed in humanity regardless, but it is really quite disgusting when you feel like it's a powerless situation to change the people at the top. Because at the end of the day, from that level, like you couldn't get yourself up without the people at the top helping you, which is terrible.
They're creating their little fucking doomsday bunkers to keep us out.
Yeah. It's making it really hard for me to want to procreate in this society because the next generation is not going to have water. Global warming is going to be terrible. Like,
that's why I'm happy as an uncle and a stepdad.
Right. Yeah. And then we just die and we'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be out of there. All right. So is this stage? So Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez cozy up at a flea market. So I guess he was photographed like with Jennifer Gardner, his ex, having a cozy moment. And then afterwards, all of a sudden, there's these pictures that don't look staged at all of Jennifer
Oh.
Lopez and Ben Affleck cozied up at a flea market Sunday in LA. They both look really, really happy to be there.
Yeah.
And they both look like they're totally not forcing it. And this is a
Wait a minute. That cozy moment, though. Hold on.
this is a cozy moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just smiling. I don't see his
Yeah,
face. I see her face.
they share a kid together. Of course, they're gonna have like you know.
Yeah, were they dropping off the kids? Were they talking? Were they just trying to get
But
privacy because there's paps in the outside?
this
Or is
totally
this all
just.
staged?
Why the fuck would Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez go to a flea market? Number one,
They would exactly.
They're not flea market people. Like
No,
what?
they're not.
They're not flea market people. They're like luxury people. They're rich people.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck used to be poor, but J-Lo has been a star since she was young. And you don't go to flea markets in the Bronx. It's not like something that they need. Why would you go to a flea market in LA? You're gonna get fucking hassled. This just really looks like stage to me.
But then also,
hey, we had this thing. We need to put out a story that you guys are still a happy couple. Let's take some quick pictures at you at a flea market.
It 100% is staged. My thing is like, was the Jennifer Garner thing also staged? Because that's also very convenient. The angle and the car, like I don't know. And then also,
I don't think that looks staged. But I think this is a response to it.
my thing is, yeah. I mean, I guess I could imagine a world where Jennifer Lopez would be like, "Now that you've fucking shamed me by being with your ex, all happy, we're gonna."
Yeah, we need it. We
need
it.
good marketing. Yeah.
Now, this was one of your predictions for the new year.
That they would break up, right?
You got 3 months, so
Let's go. Instead of cuffing season, they got to break up. Come on, they can't. But listen, if they're capable of faking happiness in these staged
they don't look
pictures-
happy. They don't.
No, I know. But if they're willing to do that, maybe they go through the lengths of waiting until next year after the holidays. I hope not. I hope they break up. I'm so sorry. It's just part of my bingo card for my 2023 bingo card.
23, yeah, it was part of it. It was you're part of it.
Part of it. Come on.
You're part of it. You're part of it. All right.
Allegedly, but also really, I'm sorry. The commenter's name is getting me.
What was it? Allegedly,
but also really.
What is hot dog noodle? I've never seen it. I will check. We'll definitely have to see it. All right. Vanessa Hudgens addresses common misconception that she's Latina.
Oh.
Okay, we get it.
That's interesting. In Hispanic Heritage Month.
In the Spanish area, Vanessa Hudgens finally addressing the Gabriela Montes elephant in the room. The 34-year Filipino actress referred to her High School Musical character in an interview with Allure, admitting that many people have confused her for Latina after playing one across the iconic trilogy. Obviously, I became famous, blah, blah, blah. My character is Gabriela Montes, so everybody is judging themselves. So basically, the whole thing is, did she know what she was doing? Right? Like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't get it. Like, she's Filipino, which is like Asian Latina anyway, so.
Yeah. Filipinos are pretty Latina-fied.
They're pretty Latina. We got, the same sort of Spaniard blood, right?
But also, like, is she really? I feel like she's a very whitewashed anything. Like, she's, she just.
Yeah.
She grew up in like the OC or something. I don't know. Like, isn't she like very just American? But she looks ethnically ambiguous.
She's ambiguous. She's Filipino. She's fine. It's whatever. It's what we're all gonna look like in 100 years. So
exactly, that's where we're all headed.
It's where we're all headed.
I'm almost there.
All right. And other stuff nobody cares about. Kylie Jenner took a video of herself without.
And no one gives a shit news.
Nobody gives a shit news. Kylie stuns without her makeup. Oh no, she took a picture without makeup. How brave.
How brave. After I'm sure millions of dollars of surgery and shit. How brave.
Like, you two can look beautiful after millions of dollars of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, cheekbones, chin, right? Like,
yeah, skincare shit. There's a lot of stuff.
Not having to stress about living in late stage capitalism will do great things for your skin as well, right?
Exactly. Wow. What's that like?
So in this week's, so you're saying there's a chance after they've broken up, the question for you, Sophia, by the way, is Who would you rather smash?
Wait, hold on. They were dating?
Yeah, they were dating.
I had no idea that. Okay.
I mean, I feel bad for Timothy. I would have. He was the guy that I would. He was the guy.
This is a full circle moment. Wow, he was
Yeah.
one of your gay threesome.
Yeah, if I had to have a gay threesome, yeah.
He was in there.
He
Wow.
was in there.
Okay. I don't know. Probably Timothy.
Probably
Just
Timothy?
to say that I did it. Yeah.
Listen,
Neither are my type.
I'd probably pick Timothy as well. I don't know. I'm not Kylie.
Yes.
Kylie's never been my type. I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't like fake stuff. Like my mom used to make fun of me because I was like, I don't want a girlfriend with that wears a ton of makeup, and she'd be like, yeah, vas a llegar con una pintada aquí, right? Like, and I would be like, no, I don't like makeup, but the girls that I've dated really not a lot of makeup usually.
Yeah. You've actually stuck by that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, yeah, it's never been something that's super attractive to me. Just, plus, man, having to wait for somebody to like put their face on to go out is so fucking annoying.
Trust me. Yeah.
Trust me. It's like, it's like
I am that.
Yeah. As I go natural face for our podcast, and you over there.
Exactly. I never do full glam. It's just a little bit of foundation.
You're set ready.
Yeah.
All right. Here is all right. We're knocking these out. We only have a couple here. Then we're gonna do a couple of local stories, and then we'll do we have one we have no names that I had just saw before.
How many?
Just one new one.
Oh, okay.
The rest are old that I haven't deleted. All right, here's a positive thing. Gen Z women are embracing large breast in latest body positivity trend.
What?
I don't get this.
I don't get it. What is it? What is this like? We go back and forth between.
Get your tits out.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I feel like
they've always been in. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I just saw a story about
Gen Z fascinates me because they think they invented everything.
Yeah, they do definitely think that they like inventaron el agua caliente cuando volvieron estaba tibia, right? They're like they discovered hot water. When they came back, it was already like girls' titties have been in forever.
They've been out.
In the 70s and the 60s, girls went braless, like as a movement. In the 90s, titties were in.
Like the middle part. That's one that gets me so hard because I was like, dude, the middle part has been in for like ever. Right. Yeah. It started in the beginning of time and big in the 90s. Like y'all are just going whatever. But yeah, titties are in now. Yay.
Yeah. Like, okay. You're not wearing a bra. Good for you. Like
I understand that like there was a huge shift between like really skinny women being in and then like curves being accepted society. But like now it's like, okay, boobs have always been in. Come on, that's the one thing we could all agree on. Always.
Like fat asses, fat titties. What the hell's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with any of them.
Exactly.
All right. Here's an interesting one in terms of politics, but not really. Senator John Fetterman, shows up to work looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's a senator.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed up to the state capitol in sneakers, basketball, looking like fucking Adam Sandler.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And a hoodie.
He looks tall as fuck.
Right. I mean, and look, that's how I get it to work, but I work from home. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt now because I'm here.
I'd be sent home.
Right. But most of us can't get away. When I used to work in the corporate America and I used to be a manager, I used to have the khakis, the shirt, the tie. I always had to have something on. So is this just like big tits are in, is being a slob at work in? Or should a motherfucking senator wear a fucking suit and tie to fucking Congress?
I don't know. What are your thoughts? You seem passionate about it.
I mean, I think there's certain jobs that still require some sort of decor and dress code.
Yeah.
If we have to work khakis and a fucking button-down shirt to be a manager or a marketing rep at a sales company, at a contact center, at a whatever, then this motherfucker needs to put on some slacks and a fucking business jacket to be a senator.
Yeah.
From the great state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I feel like a total, like, I don't know, like corporate sellout or whatever. I don't know, but like having that thought. But no, it does feel a little shitty that like us fucking normies, if we work any job that's at least even a semblance of professional, we do have to live up to a certain decorum. And so for you to be a senator and show up in tennis shoes and fucking like, come on, bro.
He's got his phone or something in his front pocket, making it all droopy.
And
like,
I want to, yeah, like I want to be cool with it. I want to say like maybe it's his health or whatever, but I'm like, it's a dude. No, you're a senator. Like, come on. At least you could do.
The same person that helped you put on those shorts can help you put on some slacks.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can get some fucking orthopedic fucking dress shoes that are comfortable, just like sneakers.
Yeah.
And if
you're
you
not
can put
broke,
on a fucking shirt, yeah.
You're not like, there's no excuse. This is just part of the job and you either do it or you don't. But like, dude, don't be, I don't know. It feels almost belittling because I'm like, every morning I have to fucking make
an effort.
I have to make an effort and I'm making, fucking scraps compared to what he's making. So it's kind of like, dude, you're a senator. I don't know. Try a little
You're a senator.
harder.
Put on a suit, Fetterman.
Yes.
God damn.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, I did not think you were going to agree with me, actually. I don't know why. Yeah. I thought I was going to be the more conservative take on that part because I was like, man, why do I feel this way? Like, why am I so, like, annoyed about this shit? But I am. It's annoying.
All right. And fuck around, find out news here. This is a TikTok of a dude getting mad at some street vendors.
Nope.
Fuck this guy.
Let's go, man. Hey, let's go.
Move your shit.
Why do these people get so mad?
No, yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, let me show you something.
Yeah, no.
It's get out.
Why is he so mad though? Are they like on his property? They seem to
They're
be
on the side of the fucking road. They're on the side of the road.
What the fuck?
They're selling fruit on the side of the road, not bothering anybody. Like, is he mad at fruit?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck is he so mad at?
Wait.
Anyway.
What do you mean fuck around and find out? Did he ever get any...
Well, this was posted on TikTok and on Twitter, the original video, and they put a shout out to Tizzy Entertainment, who is always the guy that finds people.
Yay.
And he was arrested. 48-year-old David Johnson told police he didn't like that Diego Jimenez had a fruit stand in a public area near his property. On Antioch Pike late Sunday night, Johnson parked his vehicle next to the fruit vendor's stand and began to throw and destroy all the fruit from the canopy cart. He then picked up the table and canopy and flipped them over, destroying the entire fruit stand and all the product, which was estimated to be $3,000 in value.
Oh, shit.
Due to the felony amount of vandalism, Johnson was taken into custody and transported into booking.
That's right.
This is an interesting comment. At what point in someone's miserable life do they stoop to the point of causing grief to a fruit vendor?
Yeah. See, that's messed up.
Yeah.
See, that's the part of the film, the platform, where the analogy where the people at the bottom start fighting with each other and start eating each other alive. I'm just saying.
Look, man, this is he does I'm sorry, but this guy, he got arrested, which is the best part. Fuck this guy. So yeah, that's moving right along. Fuck that guy.
Pendejo.
Gen Z are straight. R word. What are your thoughts on tortas gone wild?
Oh my god! Wait, what are tortas gone wild? What?
I don't know. I think allegedly is trolling us. He's making us
probably.
But yeah. So shout out to Tizzy and all the people that do fucking the Lord's work, and when motherfuckers get out of line. We're in a era where there's racism, xenophobia, fucking racism against people. Like, there's a motherfucker with a fruit stand. Just have a fucking fruit cup. Have some pineapple. Yeah. It'll make
Why are you so mad?
Taste
Why
better
are you
for your
so
boyfriend. Like what are you fucking so mad at? Exactly. Eat a little fruit. You could use some fruit, guy. Why are you so fucking mad that motherfuckers are trying? You say, what is this whole pull yourself by your bootstraps? Blah blah blah. The motherfuckers literally pulling themselves by their bootstrap, hustling, fruit stand, side of the road, and what you think of is it's annoying me. I'm gonna pull my big ass truck over and destroy your fruit stand just to show you what a fucking little person I am.
Yeah. It's fucking, that's a grown man having a fucking tantrum. It's disturbing.
Fucking, you're not the main character, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I'm glad
Right?
he's in jail. Glad he's in jail.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stick.
Yeah, at the very least, pay the fucking $3,000.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pay something.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, I'd rather fuck that guy. You know what? Hopefully, the community. I'm 100% sure the community will rally around those vendors and make them whole again. But the whole thing is just interesting. All right, two more stories here, and then we'll move on to a couple of palate cleansers, and then we'll do no names. In today's sign that Twitter might finally be dying, or X, Elon Musk says users will soon have to pay for X in efforts to stop bots. So essentially what happens is Elon buys Twitter, is forced to buy Twitter for $44 billion after he made a joke about it and he went to court. He didn't want to buy Twitter. He was forced to buy Twitter. Then he gets rid of like most of the Twitter workers. The only people that stuck around were mostly foreign workers who couldn't quit because their job was tied to their visa. And then he gets rid of moderation. Hate speech rises. Advertising goes down. Anti-Semitism goes up. The Anti-Defamation League starts complaining. The only advertisings I get on Twitter now are for like ChatGPT, for weed gummies, and for a couple of other things. I just see the same ads over and over and over, right? But there's very little advertising for straight but like bigger companies and stuff on there. There's a lot less. So basically, what's he blaming it on? Everybody's favorite, the Jews, right? He gets mad and says the Anti-Defamation League is a reason that Twitter revenue is down. And he says now the only way, so he had to go talk to Benjamin Netanyahu because he's been accused of anti-Semitism. And he basically said that the only way that they're going to be able to combat bots is by charging a low base price for access to X.
What the fuck?
So even if it's 50 cents or $1 or $2.99, it's that might find, like, Twitter's been dying for a while. It's been like, will this kill Twitter? Will this kill Twitter? Will changing the name to X kill Twitter? The fact is there's still good conversations on there. It is inundated with bots and blue check mark Elon simps, but it is still a place where I can communicate with people. I have seen people leave. There's people moving to Blue Sky. Threads tried, but it's not the same.
It's crazy because you know what this made me realize is how resilient Twitter has been. Because you're right, it's been on the decline for a very long time. However, it wasn't even near death, near its demise until Elon entered the chat. So like and there's no replacement for it. I even miss Twitter because as little as I used it, I liked having it as a resource to go to see what people were talking about. It was always my go-to place. And now I uninstalled it. Like I can't use it. I don't use it. And I miss it. And I'm just kind of like, how is Threads dropping the ball? What is Blue Sky? Anyway, I'm open here. I'm open for the new Twitter.
I think I have an invite to Blue Sky I can send you. But yeah, Blue Sky is by the guy who originally was Twitter.
Okay. I'm open. I'm willing. I need the same, the same app essentially. Like Threads is dropping the ball because everyone signed up that first week or two.
There's nothing.
And then they didn't do anything. There's nothing to do there.
Yeah. And it doesn't have you need to have a desktop app for people that work at their desk and that are checking news and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it has a ways to go, but like Twitter really made it seem seamless and like, I don't know, easy. Like, I don't know. It took
Twitter
a while.
Was a great app, man, for news, for connections. Like I said, literally 99% of the guests that I get for this show and my other shows have all been through Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like
a great place to connect. Good for Chisme.
Incredibly good for Chisme, good for small communities. And it's still doing that. But this is the latest in will this kill Twitter? Yeah. Sort of news that we've been sort of talking for the last year, it seems, since he was forced to buy the app. All right, cool. Let's see. So millennial women.
Okay.
This is you, right?
Yeah.
Millennial women say these type of men make the best husbands.
Huh.
What? So basically, millennial women are saying that. Hold on.
Obsessed with you, with fathers, can take care of you, spoil you. They're nerds. They're nerds. You go for the nerd.
Nerd is the new sexy. Women across TikTok are making videos singing the praises of nerds.
I don't know, man. I've met some nerdy assholes before.
You meet a man, and he has a lightsaber, the green flag. Because at the end of the day, they don't have time to cheat on you. All they have time for is playing Magic the Gathering.
Yes,
bitch! Thankful that they got rid of that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, that is the topic on the table here is our geeks the best husbands.
No, this is a non-story. I mean, just because like it's more complex, right? So I'm like,
Right.
here's the thing. It's a tale as old as time where you go for a level down because then they're gonna be supposedly more grateful. I don't think this has anything to do with category of nerds, dorks, jocks, whatever. I think it has to do with attractiveness level is what they're trying to say. And they're
Right.
trying to say shoot low because they will respect you and they'll be happy that they have you.
Got it.
Now, not always true. Some men can be very unattractive or conventionally unattractive, right? And still be fucking assholes and still treat you like shit. And it doesn't matter if you're like this gorgeous baddie with a bomb like body, like they're still gonna treat you like shit sometimes. And then others, I dated a nerd who was like a total anime geek and was really hot. And he was like amazing. He was totally sweet. And then I've also dated some nerds that were fucking not as cute and didn't treat me like they should. All right. Okay.
They should have been happy to be with you.
Yeah, exactly. And then also I've dated attractive men on both ends where it's like the attractive hot assholes and the attractive hot that are like surprisingly like really good human beings.
Any girl nerds?
Girls are a little more difficult to categorize, I would say, in this situation. Because attractiveness level sometimes doesn't equate to fucking psycho level. Whereas with men, it's almost always a direct correlation, which is why people can have these like conversations. With women, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's not the hot or the crazy. It's like, it depends. It really depends. I don't know.
All right. Okay, cool. It was a non-story. All right, here's some advice from filmmakers from John Waters today. Here's a little palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
He got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they caught him, and here's what he said about filmmaking.
Participate. Go see every movie. See the bad. Go participate. Go see every movie. See the bad ones, the good ones. Watch movies with the sound off. And you can see how a movie's made. If you ever think the movie you're making is too long, it is. If you ever wonder, should I cut this? The answer is yes. And somebody has to like it. The other person is fucking your mother.
Thank you so much.
I didn't catch all of it. What?
Basically, this is filmmaking advice from John Waters, Pink Flamingos, and a bunch of other great movies. This is his advice on movie making, okay?
Go participate. Go see every movie. See the bad ones, the good ones. Watch movies with the sound off. And you can see how a movie's made. If you ever think the movie you're making is too long, it is. If you ever wonder, should I cut this? The answer is yes. And somebody has to like it. The other person is fucking your mother.
Thank you so much.
That's advice for movie makers right there.
Nice.
All right, let's do our San Diego Minute. A couple of stories here. This is a San Diego movie, a couple of stories that we'd like to share that are local or pertaining to previous guests of the show. Coming to digital. This is a story from Dread Central. I'm going to put the link in the chat as well as in the description of the show. I had director Ian Tripp from Everybody Dies by the End. It's a found footage movie that is really, really cool. I was able to watch it, and it is coming to digital on September 22nd. It's basically a found footage movie. Do you like found footage movies? Like
I do, yeah.
Like what was the most famous digital found footage movie? The Witch one,
Blair's
right?
Witch, yeah,
Blair Witch Project, stuff like that. But basically, the story is a documentary crew is hired by larger-than-life horror director Alfred Costella to chronicle him as he finishes his final film, an all-practical masterpiece with some dark twist. And I had Ian on Fireside Chats with Big Chief Burrito on several months back talking about the movie, and it is awesome that Dread Central has picked up the story and that it is going to digital September 22nd. So keep an eye on that.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also in I have parts in 2 of the upcoming movies by this crew. It's Children of Celluloid. That's their filmmaking crew, and I'm in the next movie called Normie, as well as Sincerely Saul. I have a small part in each of their next 2 films. So I'm excited to show you guys once that is up. All right, another San Diego moment. 7 Octobers, who is a podcaster. She has a podcast, a horror hip hop podcast. I was recently on a hip hop 50th anniversary pod with her, the 323. She has a free event. Excuse me. Saturday, October 21st, free Halloween event, Spook Works and Such. It is in National City, 2300 Tidelands Avenue. I'll put the link again also in the description of the show and in the comments so people can check it out. But it is a free all ages early Halloween celebration. Costumes are encouraged. Bring a chair for a secret scary movie. So they'll be doing stuff like that. So I'll put the link to that. So shout out 7 Octobers. We're going to have her on the show leading up to Halloween and before this event. But I did want to give the event a shout out. So go check it out on Eventbrite. Free Halloween event, Spook Works and Such. Free Saturday, October 21st. All right. And in another San Diego minute, Beth Accomundo, who's been on our show.
Yes.
And the Film Geeks, Pumping Celluloid at the Digital Gym, has a really cool event. Next Saturday, she does an event called The Secret Morgue. So this is the Secret Morgue 4. This is an all-day event. Basically, it starts at 9:30 in the morning. You get 2 meals, Lefty's Pizza and Bombay Coast. And they do a theme. This one is going to be zombies. And they have 6 secret zombie films. They'll usually have a film that you know and then some obscure films that you don't know. It's all like cool underground or indie horror movies. Some are a little bit more popular than others.
I love that.
But the doors will open at 9:30 a.m. They'll start playing movies from 9:30, and then you'll have lunch. And you can get this, and it is located at the Comic-Con Museum at 2131 Pan America Plaza, San Diego, California. You do have to buy tickets for this event, but you get lunch. You get 2 meals. They have like raffles, giveaways, photo opportunities. People are dressed up. Like if you're a fan of horror movies and you're a fan of local events, Beth Accomundo is awesome. She works for KPBS. At Cinebeth. Trivia prizes. They usually what they'll do is like if it's animal movies, they'll have like an animal scientist there to talk about like stuff like that. They are going to have a neuroscientist there to talk about brain dissection and about zombie movies and stuff like that. So I really so go check out the Film Geeks if you want to have more information.
September 23rd, so it's soon.
It's this coming Saturday. So this coming Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Comic-Con Museum. I think there's still like 10, 15 tickets left. So definitely a worthwhile event if you're here in San Diego. And so go check it out. And this has been San Diego Minute.
Woo! Nice.
Soon to have a song intro.
and a timer. We'll see if we can get it in under a minute.
San Diego Minutes. We can do something like that. All right, let's wrap this up.
Now it's time for
No Names Way.
No Names Way. No Names.
Let's do it.
All right, we have a question here that is coming to us from Bridesmaid Drama.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, Bridesmaid Drama. All right, here's the question. So I am 27 years old, right? And getting married a few months. One of my bridesmaids We met at work and became close friends really fast. She was chill at the beginning, but lately she has been questioning me about whether I'm sure I want to go through with the marriage or not. I don't know what to do with her because she continues to question my wedding when she is an active participant. And now I've sort of rather she just not be part of the wedding with that attitude. She basically has asked me multiple times if I'm sure I am ready for this commitment or whether I am sure he's the right guy for me, etc. It's to the point where it doesn't seem genuine and I'm just pissed at this point. What should I do?
Damn. Okay.
Signed, bridesmaid drama.
Oh shit. Okay. Ooh.
Mm.
Do you want to go first or do I go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Okay.
Have you you've been a bridesmaid, right? I mean,
yeah.
The bridesmaid's job is just to support the bride. Right?
Yeah. So
feed her drinks, keep her happy.
Yeah. So my thing is like if it was coming from the moment to question the husband or the fiance is before the proposal or maybe shortly after, not when the process of the wedding has already begun. You already declared bridesmaids and there's planning and dresses. Like, you shut the fuck up at that
Once
point.
you've already accepted it, yeah.
You've accepted it at that point. Yeah, like you say your opinions on the groom when they're dating. If you're really close friends from if asked, if you're really close friends from childhood, you know, they'll be looking for your seal of approval. They'll be like, yeah, we love him. We're like, nah, he sucks, whatever, right? But once the proposal happens and it's happening, maybe I'll give you one pass to be like, hey, like, are you sure? You know, poke a little, just be like, are you sure? Okay, cool. Just thought I'd ask. If you're continuing to poke and you're a bridesmaid and the process is already happening, no, that's messed up, dude. At that point, it's something to do with the bridesmaid. At that point, she's just being fucked up because your only job is to support, to be happy. You want people at your wedding that are going to be happy about this marriage. Even if they don't super love the groom, you have the least you could do is show up in a good attitude, be genuinely happy for your friend and be there to support. And especially if you're a bridesmaid, like if you're a fucking bridesmaid, you need to be one of the happiest people in the fucking room. So if that's not showing,
you're a cheerleader.
You're a cheerleader.
You're team bride.
If that's not happening, if she's continuing to question your choice in this guy or this marriage, husband, fiance, then I'm gonna say that that's more to do with her issue. I don't know what her issues are, but I think you are validated to possibly tell her not to be a bridesmaid and possibly not even tell her not to even come to the wedding. I don't know. One of the two. It depends how the severity is. I don't know the details. I could ask more questions.
Yeah.
But I think your first step is she shouldn't be a bridesmaid, right? Like you could demote her. Maybe you can be like, that's your choice to make of whether you could be like, hey, you're not being super supportive. It makes me uncomfortable that you've asked about this multiple times or whatever. So maybe you can just attend, but I don't think I want you to be a bridesmaid anymore. Or you could just be like, hey, that was messed up. Give her a chance to maybe clear the air. Yeah, be like, hey man, you've been doing this. I don't fucking like it. Give her a chance to clear the air. If there's no good defense or anything, honestly, just demote her or uninvite her. Yeah.
All right. I would have my follow-up questions would be, she's 27, getting married in a few months. How long have you been with her husband? And we met at work, became close friends really fast. How long have you guys been friends? Because I think maybe my first thought process, here's where my mind goes, right? As a man, is this bridesmaid okay? Because I've heard about bridesmaids that have a hard time adhering to the schedule and the requirements of being a bridesmaid. In you have to spend money on this dress, you have to be at these events, and you have to pay for yourself to get there. And right, it's some expense to be a bridesmaid, to be part of the team.
It's a part-time job. Yes,
it's a part-time job, right? Yeah. So maybe this person is so narcissistic and so self-obsessed that she's trying to break up the marriage to get out of those commitments.
Okay.
Right? In my mind, am I like, if it was a movie, she is so self-obsessed that she's like, I need to break up this marriage because I can't afford the dress, right? Something like that,
Okay.
as opposed to saying, hey, listen, I don't really have the time or money to be your bridesmaids. Maybe that. The second thought, where I go really deep into the dark place, is maybe she knows something about the husband and she's trying to break them up without having to reveal that.
Right. Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
it. So my advice would be, investigate your relationship and how long you've been friends, because if you just became friends really fast because of work, you might have just become friends really fast because you're going through shared experiences at work, and maybe there's not really that much for
Friendship.
the
Yeah.
friendship
Maybe it's not real.
maybe. So if she is not really into being the thing and she's giving you advice, that's not really something that a real friend would do. You're, like you said, Sophia, the real friend would have given you that advice right when the engagement happened. Like, hey, really, you guys got engaged, but this, and this, are you sure? You said yes. You sure? Even though these things are happening, you said yes. Okay, I'm your friend. I'm here. I'm supporting you. Yay, wedding, right? But I think you have to evaluate the friendship and whether there's enough there to really have her as a bridesmaid if these are the things that are pointing to it.
Yeah.
And like I said, from a conspiracy theory and dark place, I'm like, that's the only two other reasons that I can think of. Number one, the relationship's not that good and she's not really that real a friend. You maybe should consider her as a demoted to the roster, because that's not really what a real friend bridesmaid would be doing. She should be all about you, all about team, all about giving you drinks with dick straws and making inappropriate comments and blah, 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 and hiring a stripper for you. That's what she should be doing.
That's
right.
it.
She shouldn't be doing it. And if for some reason she has ulterior motives, the ulterior motives could be she doesn't want, are you creating a hardship for your bridesmaids that maybe she is trying to get out of by breaking up your marriage, which would be extreme, or she's fucking your husband. She's fucking your future husband, and she's
Or
trying
that.
to, or there's a deep dark secret. She has a child with him that they gave up for adoption. And
oh my God, Jesus, this escalated really quickly. But here's the thing, right? Okay, intent aside, because I didn't include intent in my advice at all. So the intent could be either or. Maybe she did fuck the husband. I don't know. Maybe she does have an expensive dress. I don't know. A good friend would tell you that. They would not try to be like, are you sure that you want to go through with this, sweetie? Like, that's just not the best way to go about it. And all we can do is act upon the information that we're being given at the moment. And that's it. So maybe you could ask her, maybe you could be like, why are you so insistent on this? Like, what's going on? Because if it is also another thing is like, if she already bought the dress and you demote her, think about refunding her, because that's fucked up. So think about all these little things, right? How much?
Yeah, you're gonna have to find a new bridesmaid that has her same measurements.
Yeah. You know, or is it a low commitment one where there was no dress and she could just bring whatever? Okay, cool. Then yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, as far as intent, like, investigate maybe dig a little deeper, ask her why she keeps pressing you on this. But other than that, she can't do anything. And like, also look within your relationship. If you're sure about this guy and you know it in your heart, then she can't really derail you, right? So
what are the other bridesmaids saying? Are they all for it?
Exactly.
Is she an outlier? Then
it sounds like she's an outlier, and it sounds like they're not that close of friends. That's why I'm like, well, if you know within yourself this is a good guy, if everyone else is chill with it, like, why is this the only thing that's coming up? Like, that's not the bridesmaid's job right now. It's like a pregnancy. If you're gonna ask if she's considering an abortion, you ask early on, first trimester.
You're not 6 months in, like, hey, have you?
You're not telling the bitch like, get an abortion now. 7 months in, she's about to fucking, due date is like next week. Yeah, you can't do that. So
we've had the gender reveal. It's too late.
Exactly. You ask politely and kindly one time, and then you drop it, and then you're like, "Yay, happy!"
Yeah. So the wedding's 2 months. We're doing the dress fitting tomorrow. But
are you
really?
Sure you want to? Are you sure? The wedding rehearsal's Thursday. What? You sure?
You still got time to back out of this.
It's like, no, bro. Like, drop it.
I still got my cousin that's in town. I was going to introduce you to him. Like,
oh my God. Fuck? I suggest with speaking with her, if she's a friend, a real friend, you should be able to navigate this conversation. And if it gets too hard, just literally drop her. I'm sorry, but life is short. We don't have time for this negativity.
It seems like you jumped into being close friends with her really fast, which you stated. And I think maybe you became close friends with her because of the conditions at work rather than the overall life experience that you might have with your other friends. So I think that's probably where the disconnect is. She's not a lifelong friend. She's not the right person for you to have as one of your bridesmaids. Maybe you wanted one more, and you're like, oh, I'll tell I'll get my work bestie.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's maybe where you messed up. So I think this is showing that friction and that the friendship wasn't really that strong that it would survive outside of the workplace, and you're just work friends. And so I think that's where you might have gone wrong. So just have an honest conversation with her. Like, say, listen, this is happening. You're either on board and you want to be part of this, or you don't.
But you can't be making these comments all the time.
Or the time for that. We are past the point of no return.
Yes, exactly.
All right, it's happening.
And she should know that. So
this is happening. Let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
We can't.
Congrats on your wedding.
Congrats on the wedding, though.
Yay.
Yes. I'm assuming the save the date is in our inbox.
We'll be waiting because we gave damn good advice. So
can me and Sophia have a table off to the side where you can just comment on everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we get a couple?
We can just narrate. We can host.
Can we get a couple? Yes, absolutely.
Officiate.
I'm ordained. I can officiate.
There you go. There you go. And I can drink at the party.
And I can, exactly, absolutely.
And dance.
All right. Right. You know
I'll
what time
go Lauren
it is?
Boulevard all over that wedding. Grab everyone's crotches.
Have your date reaching into them bra for some snacks.
Oh
yeah. Getting frisky at Beetlejuice. You know how that goes. You know, nothing turns me on than a fucking horror themed musical.
No.
I get chubbed up at the Nightmare Before Christmas every year. What is going on? What's going on there? All right. All right. That was no nomination. All right. All right. This means there's only time for one last segment, everybody's favorite, and there'll be a music cue for this one. This segment is called Lou Goes Deep.
Oh my God. No, stop it. This is not a segment. This is not a segment.
This is a segment that we do every day. All right.
All
right. Tonight, listen, guys, we've done our show. We love you all. We're going to end this show as always, but this is where I usually like to remind people not to take your life too seriously. Let's talk really quickly for 30 seconds about the great filter theory, which is, why are you asking yourself, Lou, what is filter theory, right? Well, here's the thing. We've been in existence for billions of years, and sometimes you might ask yourself, how come other alien civilizations haven't reached out to us?
No one's asking.
It is a miracle that we exist at all. Within our observable universe, we have the Milky Way galaxy, and there's 2 million of those galaxies all the way around us, each of them with billions and trillions of stars. And that's only in the little corner of the universe that we can observe, which we assume is infinite. And we've been around for 65 billion years before the dinosaurs. It's been 65 billion years before since the dinosaurs. And you ask yourself, well, where are the other civilizations? And the theory behind that is the great filter theory, which means that civilizations have risen in other universes, in other dimensions, here on Earth possibly, risen and fall. And that means that civilization will get to a point where it'll either collapse on itself, implode, we'll destroy ourselves, or something that's happened. Which means that, which all comes to say, which is what we've always been saying on the show, is that there could have been civilizations, there may not, there could be some out there. And the reason we haven't heard about them is because they've gotten to that point where they get filtered out, because we get to this point where we just implode and destroy ourselves, which is to say,
oh my God,
it is a miracle that we exist at all in this point in time. We're hurling through space on a rock, stuck to it by magic. So don't take yourself too seriously. Love each other, make some art, enjoy your time with your family, be honest with each other, have fun, and remember that we love you, and we'll try better next time.
No more weed for him.
No. Always more weed.
Always more weed.
Always more weed from me. All right. That's been Lou Goes Deep.
Oh, Jesus.
Take it easy, guys. Have
Bye.
A good night. Bye.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, parece palomitas en el duelo. No.
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. No, su primera palabra. ¿Qué escuela?
¡4 años de escuela de cinematografía para esto!